Let's just get one wheelie in here to set the tone on what we're expecting for the day. Alright, what up guys? Welcome back. Here's another video. Let's jump right to it. If I upgrade off of this FZ09, what do I want to go for? Over the winter, over the off season, I might trade this in. I might hang on to it and get a second bike. If I get a second bike, I honestly can't see the point in getting a super naked and still having this naked bike. Because the super naked is going to be everything this bike is, and then a little bit more. And it's just like, why would I have this? Just to fuck around with and, you know, risk it for the biscuit. I already do that to a certain extent, and I'd rather just have fun on my new bike. First, let's just go over in no specific order. Yamaha FZ10 just came out. The design isn't for everyone. The design I do like though. The problem is I don't like the color. This like liquid graphite with the yellow wheels is so ugly to me. If you look at the SP version that they just announced with the electronic Olin suspension and the quick shifter and all of that, that's a much better color. It's silver with the dark blue. But anyways, FZ10, 160 horsepower, probably 80 something foot-pound torque. I don't know. I'm tempted to just say like fuck yes immediately, because I ride an FZ09 right now and I know how good this bike is, and I just think with the upgraded suspension, the cruise control, some of the other, you know, nifty little gadgets, the ABS that the FZ10 has, it's got to be a great bike. But the problem is I haven't been out on it yet. I haven't had a chance to ride it, and so I honestly don't know the way I know with the Super Duke or with the Monster. The price is really appealing. It's like $12,999, $13,000 just to get from the go. And, you know, that's before all the other shit and before you do a negotiation on a trade and crap, but $13,000 makes it by far the cheapest. The KTM Super Duke R, right, normally lists at, I think, $17,399 or $17,400. And so the cool thing about the Super Duke is, one, I love how badass that motorcycle is all around. 180 horsepower, 100 pound-foot torque. They make it in black with orange framing. I mean, the thing is called the Beast. People say that without traction control, rolling on in any gear is like, any gear 1 through 3 is like a death wish, and I got a chance to ride it. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know, I'll link it at the end of the video. I fucking loved it. I had an excellent ride on that bike. Everything felt great about it, and the reason it's appealing is because instead of paying $17,400 for it like you might normally, plus all the other fees and destination and shit, you can maybe pick up some leftover versions right now for a much more appealing deal. And so that's what I've been looking into, and you know, if I could find the right deal, it might just be worth it. That thing pulls like nothing else I've ever been on. The only other thing even in that league is the Ducati X Diavolo S, and that thing is $24,000. Last bike, Ducati Monster 1200R. I got a chance to ride this, and this is the reason I'm so upset. This bike is the most expensive by far. Out the door with everything included, it's probably north of 20 grand, but I think just MSRP to MSRP, the way we talked about the FZ10 and the Super Duke, the Monster is like $1,865 or $18,650. And it is so good, dude. The Monster R is like the most adrenaline I have ever felt on a motorcycle, the most capable I've ever felt on a motorcycle, the most everything. It didn't feel like it had more acceleration than the Super Duke, so I guess not the most in that factor, but everything else about that bike was honestly incredible. And I loved it, and I was so enthused the whole time I was riding it. But the problem with it is that it's so fucking expensive. It's so rare, and like, if you take a second to just Google Ducati reliability, there's nobody that believes that that bike is going to last longer than a year before something goes wrong on it, and you need like some extra maintenance outside of warranty. An oil change. I mean, one of my good friends I ride with has a Ducati 899, Panigale 899. He just had an issue with the ABS and the rear brake. The bike is less than a year old, and he's duking it out with Ducati right now to see if it's going to get replaced under warranty. Some of the qualitatives, I love the Deuce design. It's blackout, single-sided swing arm, nice mean low-cut exhaust once you take that stupid pipe off, and the thing with the V-twin 1300 cc's just absolutely barks. The Monster is, like I said, so exciting. I don't like it because a full exhaust system on a Monster is like another $5 grand. Hold up. Did I get it or did my bike? No, neither of us did. It just doesn't make sense when the Super Duke was so effing good, and it's like out the door it could be significantly less expensive, like $5 grand less expensive than the Monster. So it's like, how do you argue with that with the Super Duke? The other thing is, the FZ10 could just be astounding. Everybody that's had a chance to ride it, I think, has said that that bike is astounding. I haven't had a chance to ride it yet. I want to ride it, and if I had a great experience, I might buy it that same day, but none of these dealers seem to believe me. I don't know, man. So that's my dilemma. I might just stick with the FZ09 because I really honestly love this bike, and the only reason I think I'd want to upgrade is just for a little more psycho-ness, a little more power, honestly. As fucked up as that sounds. Whatever I go to, I need it to be a hooligan machine that I can, like, trust. I'm obviously going to make my own decision. This isn't like a crowd pleaser type of situation, but I think right now I'm leaning toward the Super Duke, followed by the Monster, and then the FZ10. The reality of me buying the Monster is like 0 to none just because of how expensive it was, like I said. So we'll see how that all plays out, but let me know what you guys think, because I think it'd be interesting to see what the crowd and the audience wants. So anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on future potential bikes. If you think I forgot something that I need to consider, and don't say the Aprilia Tuono, because that bike doesn't do it for me. But if you think I forgot something that I ought to consider for sure, post it in the comments and I'll get to doing my research, or tell me why I should consider it. Like always, thanks for checking in, and until the next one, peace.